Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. My name's David Thorne. In this video we're going to be talking about custom UI table view cells within inside of a UI table view with Swift using Xcode. So let's get started. First thing let's do, let's just create a new Xcode project and just create a single view app, and we're going to call this then custom table view cell projects. Yeah, we don't need unit tests. Custom table view cell project, that'll be good. So let's create this in my Xcode projects folder. This will be available on GitHub. It is available on GitHub, but I will save it afterwards. Right, so let's go into our storyboard. We've got a little bit of setting up to do, but it won't take very long at all. So we're just going to drag a quick UI table view here and do this. Do this and then add the delegates to it as well. Actually, we don't even need the delegate really, we just need the data source. Be fine, and just create an extension. And it's probably going to be the last one, yes of course. And then cell for row, index path, and then just dequeue the cell that we're going to use, and get the index path here. And return the cell. Okay, obviously we're going to be using this one a bit later, and we're going to talk about it. So let's just go through this quickly to get this created. Number of sections is 1, and number of rows and section, we're just going to say 2. All right, and that down should have implemented everything. And text. Just get index path row, and it's looking good. So let's run it on iPhone 6. Here it is. And once it's decided to warm up and get going, it should work. Oh yeah, I've done it again. I do this every single time. You need to add the cell, the cell here. So prototype cell, and just place a cell in there. There we go. I don't normally use this table view like this to create cells. I always create custom cells. So it's okay, and there we go. We got our cells working, right? But now we need our custom cell. So let's start this. We need to. Best way of doing this is create a Cocoa Touch class, and we're going to call this custom table. So if we just leave it at custom and change this to table view cell, then it adds it here as well. And always create a zip file as well. This is how I always do it. So also create zip file, and then it helps you do this a little bit quicker. And it creates it in the folder that we want it, which is all fine. And now we have it, right? Okay, so there's a couple of things that we've got to do so it works properly. And if we look inside of the custom table view cell, we have our content view, all right? It's not, so custom table view cell is a UI view, but it has this content view as well, and this is what we have inside of here. Okay, and if we tap on this part of it, you can see that we've got the custom table view cell here as the custom class already, and under file owner it's then NS object, there's nothing there. Okay, and then we come back to here and we know that this is now linked up with our class. Right, we have to register our custom table view cell with the table view. Now there's a couple of ways of doing this, and let's just go through the first way, right? But it needs to have a reuse identifier, right? And the reuse identifier is here. And what I like to do is do it this way: is you create reuse. Reuse identifier, and you just create a static var like this, and in this situation we're just going to call it custom cell like this, all right? And you also need to have a nib. You'll understand this shortly when we go into it. And then we can say UI nib instantiates nib name. Nib name is this, so custom table view cell. So we can copy this and place it in here, and then in the bundle we could say here bundle main, but I don't think that's good practice. I think good practice is to look in the bundle where it found the class itself. So just basically say custom table view cell dot self, and it will look in that bundle and it will find the zip file there. All right. Okay, so once we've done this, we can get rid of these for the time being because you don't need to know about them. Whoops. And then come back to the table view, the UI view controller where our table view is. And what we need to do is register our zip file now, our custom cell. And what we say is table view dot register, and here we have other options. All right. Now, as you see, this bottom one is then for header footer view reuse identifier, and another one here as well. We want to ignore these, and we can either have the cell class or the nib. Now, in this way, we did it with the nib. So we just say custom table view cell, and we just say nib, and then custom table view cell, and then reuse identify here. So now our cell has been registered. All right, so we can come back to our view controller once again, and this time we can, rather than writing the text here, we can just say reuse identifier. It means you don't have to hard code it. You don't have to hard code it with a string anymore here. But we need to cast it as a custom table view cell. In this situation, I'm going to force unwrap it because we know that it's working. And if it doesn't work, your application isn't working. So it's okay at this time to force unwrap it. And now it's still a normal table view cell, so this will still work. So if we run it, and everything works fine still. Okay. Now if we come into our custom cell, and we can change this now. We'll modify it. So let's create this card quickly, right? And we'll use this as a custom table view cell. So we need an image first of all, and then we need 2 labels or 3 labels, and then a couple of buttons. We'll just start off with the image and the text here first of all right, and go from there. So what I believe best to do is create a UI view. I'm going to create a UI view to wrap the image because I want to hide it a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to constraint it to the top, left, and bottom. And then we're going to say it's going to be the exact width, and then it's going to have an aspect ratio. And this is then going to be, I don't know, say like 4:3. That's maybe too much. So 5:3, 6:4, 5:4, no, 5 to. Yeah, I think that'd be fine. What's 3 to 2 like? Right, let's say 5:3. That was already good. Okay, now we need a UI image view in there, and this can just be wrapped completely all around it. And now we need a label. This label is then going to sit underneath, and in this picture it had a little bit of like kind of inset. So we'll say like 30, 30, 30, take that away. Then it had then the other label underneath it, which we can then put here. And we'll say, well, that then was pretty much directly under it. And here, and then it's got another label underneath it as well. Oops. And this is in third, like this. Maybe that was a little bit too much. Oh no, we'll change it to 30 at the top. Now we have this. This needs to be the lines, and we'll take it up to 25. This can stay. Let's take it to leave it at 17. Be fine. And this can be 17 as well. This can stay one line, and this can be then multi-line too. All right. Okay. Now we need to. Well, we can create this box quickly as well. So let's create another UI view. Whoops. To come down the bottom. And the height, I don't know, let's say 60. And why didn't that hit the edge? Oh, okay. Must have jumped over the right one. Trailing. Oh, okay. I didn't do the left one. There we go. And this can then go to that, so vertical space into this, and leading space, bottom space, we're going to do 20, and it will be this as well. All right. Okay, so there we've pretty much got it done now, and we can then link these up to our custom table view cell. And so this is then going to be called image wrapper, and then this is maybe going to be called image. I'm not going to call it image view because UI table view has that already. Image holder, let's call it card image. Let's just call it card image. That's better. That's good. And then this is going to be called title label, and this will be called author label, and this one card description, and then this is going to be, I don't know, toolbar wrapper. That seems good. So now we have this, we can link up all of our data inside of our data source. So we can say here author label text, it's going to be then David Thorne, and title label text, and this said our changing planets, and cell description, card description, it said, and visit 10 places on our planet, visit 10 places on our planet that you think are interesting and not completely polluted. Otherwise, you can visit Dortmund and its amazing football stadium. Hey, B4B. That sounds good to me. Okay, so now we have this. We need an image, and we're going to talk about the image shortly. All right, so let's run this again and see how this looks, because we have to download some images to display an image. Okay, so it's looking good. it needs to have some height though, right? Because you can see here that the height of it, actually no, it's fine. It's all looking fine. But as you saw, it had some like shadow on it. So let's put some shadow on the bottom. Well, okay, let's just leave that because we want to load the image. All right. Now loading the image, we can go to pick some, and this will give us a random image. Pick some images. That's better. Pick some photos it was. All right, so let's get a photo from here. And now let's load a photo, shall we? And right, this is not the most simplest of things to do, okay, but it is completely possible to do. So what we have to do first of all is download the image, and if it's not downloaded already, so we're just going to say images. Yeah, I'm trying to do this without creating a completely different lesson here. So it's yeah, okay, then we'll have image URL 1 and this is going to be this one, image URL 1 and image URL 2, okay, and this will be right, 400 by 300, 400 by 300, and we want to just put I equals 1 to make it, and I equals 2 to make it two different ones. All right, and force unwrap these, and once we've downloaded them, we then need the images. So it's image 1. I would do this completely differently if it was a proper app, all right, but for the sake of saving time, we're going to do it this way. So we're going to say here, if image, okay, switch index path row, okay, case 0 and case 1, all right, and default fatal error because we've only got 2. We only said we want two here, and we're just going to keep 2. All right, so okay, image 1 equals self image 1. If not, then we need to download it. Otherwise, we're going to say cell card image dot image. Why is that not working? What did I do wrong here? What did I not link it? I didn't link it. There we go. That was card image wrapper that I did. Wrong one. Right, this is now linked up to card image. Yes, that's better. Let's come back here. Okay, now we can link this up. Whoops. Okay, if card image is, if image 1 is there, then it's fine. Else, it's going to be this one. So we can then do image 2, and if image 2 has been loaded, then we can come here as well. Right, now we need to download the image, so we'll say self.download image number equals 1, and then we'll put in the cell in here as well, and index path in here as well. There is a little bit of complexity to doing this, so don't be too worried about it. So we need to create this function now, and we're going to call it download. And image number equals integer, cell equals, we want custom table view cell, and index path equals index path, and it's going to return a custom table view cell. Alright, so let's go here first of all and return it, and then we want to say URL session shared download task with URL, and this is going to be the URL. So image number is equal to 1. We're going to say self dots image, else it's going to be image URL 2. So now we have the URL here, and then we got the no, that's the wrong one. I don't want that. Task. What's going on here? Why is that not giving me? Why is this playing around with me? What's going on? Download task. David, data task. Okay, so then we've got data response, don't care about here. So if we have image data equals data, else I'm just going to do nothing. And once we've got the image data, okay, we've got raw data, and once we've got the image, we want to then create a UI image from raw data. And if we don't have that, we're going to return as well, and make sure we start this shared session. Okay, and once we've got this image, now we can actually set the cell, right? So we have to say dispatch queue main async and so on. So, but I'm not going to update the image directly, right? I'm just going to update, I'm going to tell it to update the cell once again. So now that we've got it, we can say self image 1. So switch image number case 1, case 2, default, fatal error, and if it is image 1, we're going to put the image there, and if it's image 2, we're going to put the image there, right? Do it like this, and we're all happy. Now we just need to reload the cell, all right? So table view reload index path and automatic. Okay, so have we done this? We want to download the image, get the image number is equal to 1, we get the URL, we download the URL, we get the data, we check that it's not optional, that it's not nil, we've got raw data now, and we now use the raw data in the UI image to create the image, and then we're going to update the actual image here. Right, this comes in here like that, and this can download too, and that goes there, and it should be fine. This should work. Okay, I'm pretty positive this should work. So let's run this. And there it is. Now they're working. All right. So we need to stretch this image first of all. So let's cell card image content mode equals, aspect fill. Yes. There we go. See, and now we get the two images. This here is a little bit more. I will do this a little bit differently, and I will do another video about how to do this. All right, but for the time being, I hope that you've got now a project which will be in GitHub that you can look at about how to create a custom table view cell. I don't like creating stuff and doing videos of non-real life work. All right, so, and that took 25 minutes to get it done. It would need a little bit of cleaning up to make it ready for production, but it's basically there. So I might use this custom table view cell in another video about creating cards and so on. All right, but I hope that you've learned something from this. If you haven't, then write in the comments, give me feedback, and I'll do it again. It's no problem. But right, otherwise, like, dislike, subscribe if you want to be notified of when I upload new videos. I'm pretty much doing about 2 videos a day at the moment. If you're listening to this in the future, it's probably that I haven't done any for ages. But anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I hope that you have a nice evening, and goodbye.